So this is some massive news. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. is training with the Real Madrid under 16s. And according to The Athletic, and according to many news reports that are very reliable, he was training with the under 16s and Real Madrid are actually looking to bring him in when he turns 16, which is when the next season begins in June 2026. So that is cool. That is actually insane news. I never thought we would get this news so soon. But it is so insane that Cristiano Ronaldo, the guy who we grew up watching, the greatest of all time, and now his son is gonna now play for Real Madrid as a footballer. We don't know what's gonna happen. It could happen. He could join Real Madrid at such a young age. I personally think his development could go well in Real Madrid. Real Madrid's Castilla and just La Fabrica in general is where a lot of players become great players. Like we can look at so much La Fabrica players who became great. It's a lot. Mbappe even played in La Fabrica at one point. So the big question is, how good is he? That is the question. How good is this guy? I don't like to judge youngsters. I don't like to judge players who, matter of fact, this guy's not even 16 yet. So I don't even know if I can judge this guy, how he plays. When I see in the highlights of Ronaldo Jr. when he's playing for Portugal under 16s, the criticism is so crazy. They are looking at this player, this youngster, Cristiano Jr., as if he's supposed to play like Ronaldo Sr. And I don't even like saying Ronaldo Sr. To me, he's Cristiano Ronaldo, not Ronaldo Sr. The people look at him like he's supposed to be playing insanely. The pressure on this guy is crazy. And if he joins Real Madrid, my goodness, all eyes is gonna be on him. People are gonna watch his every move, his every match. They're gonna be judging the hell out of him. And I don't know if it's good for him. I see many great footballers, many legends. Their sons never end up playing as good as them. We can look at Zidane's sons. They also played in La Fabrica, but they barely made it out. I think Lucas Zidane, he made it the furthest in my opinion. But either way, how good is he? Let me give you my opinion. I watched his matches and he, in my opinion, plays like he should be a striker. He should be a main number 9, almost like a Liam Delap, a Erling Haaland, a striker like that. I think that is his position, and the reason why is his genetics. He is taller than how tall Ronaldo was at his age. When it comes to tall players, they either become centre backs or number 9s. And Ronaldo Jr. plays like a number 9. Now for Portugal under 16, he plays as a left winger, and I don't think this is his best position. Tall players are not good wingers, and he loses the ball a lot when he plays in the wings. But the reason why I also say he should play as a 9 is his goal scoring ability. His finishing is quite good. His positioning in attack is also good. Like his positioning is quite underrated. And you can see that is what he truly gets from his father. The positioning, knowing where to be when the other players are on the ball, when they're about to pass. He knows where to be. That is a skill. And that's a skill that many attackers don't have. And honestly, as the years go on, the more he plays in La Fabrica, the competition is gonna be crazy. Like, you guys don't understand. La Fabrica isn't a nepotism place. It's not that. Yes, you get Marcelo's son, Zidane's son, Reyes' son is also there. But I mean, those are talents. They actually are shining in La Fabrica. So, if they are shining like this, then I'm confident Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., he can also shine like this. And because he's now turning 16, I know many of you guys are gonna compare him to Yamal. Guys, this guy's not Yamal. Listen, I'm a Real Madrid fan, but Yamal he's a rare breed. I think he's a 1% chance of happening. I think there's always just been a 1% chance of Yamal happening, and he happened. And I don't think we're gonna find a player who's 16 who performs like that. I genuinely don't think so. Now the thing about him joining Real Madrid is politics can also take part in this. PR, media, things like that can take place in this. The media can push him to become a first team player for Real Madrid, or maybe even play in the Castilla. Or you never know, people could in fact lose respect for him because they think he's overhyped. He's not that talented, overrated, all these things. And they feel like the media's pushing him too much. I understand that. That is things that happen. And how the other La Fabrica players look at him, some of them can also not respect him because they think he's a nepotism baby. Or maybe some are just a fan of his father. But you never know. I think he's in a tough position. He's not like these other players who are not famous and they have the hunger and the drive to go and get that fame, get that first team spot. Cristiano Ronaldo Jr., however, doesn't have that. This guy has money. He has riches. He already has the fame. His father is Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, he's set. And I don't think he has that hunger. And this is something Cristiano Ronaldo himself even said. He doubts that his son is gonna have that type of hunger that he did. Because he had insane hunger. He was playing for Sporting. And in that time, if you know his story, he wasn't going through the best time in his personal life. But he still grew up the ranks, became better, worked harder, working hard in the gym. And now he's still 41 years old, still performing. He's injured now, but he's still performing. You get what I'm saying? So I think as long as Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. listens to his father, if he listens to his father, he doesn't party too much, he trains hard, then I think he will succeed. He has to improve upon a lot of things. And that is his defensive work rate. You know, football is evolving now. Attackers need to be better defensively. And the players that start nowadays, who are strikers, are the ones who press. So Ronaldo Jr. is going to have to be different than his father. And he's going to have to actually put some hard work in defensively. Because I watch his highlights for Portugal under 16s. And he's standing there just like his dad. Now, the thing is, with Ronaldo, I will never have a problem with him standing on the pitch. Why? Because he will always score goals. He will always help the team. And he will win Champions Leagues and trophies with the team. He's not like Mbappe. Mbappe will stand around and nothing happens. Now, I think for Ronaldo Jr. to stand out, he's going to have to do different things to his father. But overall, I do see a talent. I do see the talent. I know I sound like I'm criticizing his defensive work, and yes I am, but you can't deny the talent. I try to look at him from a perspective of, I'm not a fan of his father. That's the type of perspective I looked at it, and I could still see the talent. And yes, if you watch his highlights, he's not some perfect player. He's not perfect. No youngster is perfect. But in the small glimpses of him shining, that is where we see how good he is. Because if he works on that, if he continues to improve, as he goes on in his football career, he naturally will become better. So, my main point with him is, he needs to ditch the left wing position. He has to either become one of these two players. Either become like a Erling Haaland that plays as a number 9, waits for service and scores, or become a Richard Rios who plays in the midfield, also tall, and just passes the ball around. The most likely one, and I think the one that benefits him the most, is plays as number 9. And when I compare him to Haaland, he looks more mobile. I know he's younger, so it's insane for me to say it. He's more mobile. Haaland is not that mobile. Like, I watch his recent performances. He looks like a mannequin. But you know what's so crazy? I actually, before I saw these reports, I wanted to make a video about Alexis Syria. You guys are gonna eventually know who he is by next season. Now the thing about him is, he reminds me a bit of Ronaldo. So I was gonna make a video about him today, but then I saw Cristiano Jr. is probably coming to Real Madrid. So then I was thinking, what are the odds? But either way, tell me your thoughts in the comment section. I will be reading, will be responding. If you enjoyed the video, smash like on the video. It helps the channel out. And I truly appreciate it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Peace out.